Drowned by the storm, the Phins are in sight. It's not a poem. Welcome to On the Ranch. Yeah, not very creative tonight. That's all I could come up with. Welcome to On the Ranch, episode 202. 202. All brought to you by Malones Irish Pub, the greatest Irish pub in Townsville, possibly, definitely in this suburb. I am XR Bob. Find me on all the socials on that one if you really want to. Sitting to my right, pistol blazing, two pew guns.
Good evening for everyone playing along at home. We are back. We are with a vengeance. We are snapping necks and cashing checks.
Okay, all right. Sitting across from him, the one, the only, the sharp-dressed man, I shall call him tonight.
It has to be one of us on this podcast, and I guess it's fallen to me, guys.
It's Mr. Morgan of Fusion Networks.
I'm cashing checks and breaking necks.
Amazing what a body costume can do when he loses 40.
Yes, 40 pounds maybe. Let's steady on a bit on the kgs.
In the Patreon, you said you weighed about 120 at one stage, and you're now down to 85, so that's close to 40.
Yeah, I guess so.
Actually,
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. Fair call.
But you're 80-something.
87 at this present time. 87, yes.
High 80s.
High 80s. We've aimed to be at 85 soon.
I'd love to be 85. If I was 85, it'd be my goal shred.
Yeah, I'll be there soon.
Found some old photos at home showing the kids yesterday, actually, and happened to scroll past one of me from 2015 when I was about 85 kilos.
Yeah, really?
And my youngest goes, Dad, you had a six-pack.
Oh. Well, you got a six-pack still.
That's what
goalies.
I said. I said I got 6 kegs now, but
yeah, 6
anyway,
kegs.
It's
That's
nice
right.
to get that insult. Billy's here.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the show. Making us look pretty.
Billy.
He wasn't on last week because we were trying to figure out something with Rando,
Yeah, that was a botched job.
and it was a complete ball.
It was a schmozzle.
Now, it wasn't anybody's fault.
Well,
We'll blame shit internet at the other end. Let's just say that.
I was going to say, it's not the internet.
No
either, I can
offense,
tell you that.
Rando, but you had shitty.
This is good Fusion Networks internet, by the way.
It is. It's like 200 each way.
Yeah, we're quick here.
Yeah.
100,400.
Faster upload than there is download.
It's good upload.
Just while we're on Rando, and two things before I talked about Rando. Billy, one, for all you Patreon listeners out there and people that aren't, get into that because that's where Billy talks shitload. I want to hear more out of you tonight on the mic. Time to step up the game tonight, Bill.
No
Two,
pressure.
Rando, I'm going to look down the barrel of the car.
Oh, here we go. Zoom.
I, hand on heart, apologise profusely to you. Last week,
I believe none of it.
he said he had his stat about Origin, how there was no conversions kicked since a game in 1991 from a try. And I called him out and said, hang on, Queensland won 5-4, game 2, 1992.
Yeah. So he was correct.
Queensland scored a try. Billy Moore, that's the one where he gets up and does the finger and shut up and everything like that. I was talking to him the next day on text saying, oh, sorry about last night, the tactic footies and all that. He said, no, it's all good. I enjoyed coming on. It's fantastic and this and that.
It was good.
By the way, I went back into the archives. Queensland didn't kick a goal from that try. The Blues' 4 points came off 2 penalty goals.
Oh, no.
So his stat of no goal kick had been scored off a try since 91 still stands. Apologise, Rando.
Well, there you go. So he's correct. That's what his database is for.
That's why he's the stats guy.
He's a stats guy.
Even so, because wasn't it 5-4? There wouldn't have been any conversions anyway.
No, but his stat was because that game 1 was the first time no conversion has happened since 1991.
That's what I'm just saying. In 92, there was no conversion in that 5-4 because it was
That's right.
4 points.
That's right. It was no try conversion, but there was 2 penalty goals. So a penalty goal is not a conversion.
No, I know what you're saying. All right. Anyway, moving right along. On the ranch,
so
NQ.
Rando was right. I was wrong. Sorry.
Frame that.
Can we get that on a
Snip that
button
out.
we can press in
Yeah,
future? We need that.
We'll definitely need it. Next
Particularly after the multi.
time. On the ranch, nq.myshopify.com. Pick yourself up a pannikin. And I have to apologise because I did not drink out of the pannikin during the game on the weekend. So my fault. Sorry.
It is on you.
It is on me.
I also too did not host. I was at Molly's having a pint with the great Colin and the Friends of Guinness Club. PSC shout out. I did not take my pannikin with me. I was drinking pints of Guinness, split and G's.
Let me guess. Split in the G. Yeah.
trying to.
I did not split 1 out of 4 attempts.
I don't believe you've ever done one, by the way, but
have
you're
done
still on the
one.
wall.
I
So
have done
investigation, on the ranch investigation to follow.
If you want to listen to Hendo all your life, then go right ahead. But he was wrong. I'd split the G.
Yeah, right. Okay. I'm hearing things from other higher place sources.
He's not saying
right.
where he split it.
No. Yeah.
If you slice it on the edge, that's still splitting it technically.
He had a couple. He had a gulp and a couple sips, and then he goes, "Oh, I split my G." Hey, Cole, I split my
That's
G.
not what happened.
We're going to go to the
at
footage.
all.
We're going to the
Cole,
footage.
Look, Cole, I didn't. Split the G.
I'm working on getting some CCTV
You two
from
are
in venue.
kidding. All right, you know what? We're going to do it on the Ranch Molly's Day sometime soon, maybe even this Saturday, and you can come and show me your G splitting.
Yeah, okay.
Just
I
all of a sudden
honestly,
this Saturday.
I've
we're
never
brought
tried
in.
to split my G, but I'll give it a go. I'll give it a whirl.
Give it a girl.
No, I was going to say give it a whirl, and I said give it a go, and I said give it a girl.
I just love pointing out when people merge two
That was a
words.
real. I'm flustered.
It's pretty good. Patreon.com. My God, we did not shut up for an hour.
Mm.
But it's good. It's good. There is some chatter.
We can release it this week.
There is.
So that's a
we
big
can.
plus.
We can.
All
Especially at the end.
100% of it. too.
Yes.
Especially right at the end.
Yeah, last week got a bit fruity.
Last week got very fruity.
But that's why we're asking our Patreon listeners what they want.
Patreon listeners know.
Well, that's what they pay for.
Exactly right.
The privilege
Yes.
and the exclusivity. And we thank every
And we
single
love
one
you.
of them.
We love you all.
You guys really, truly are making this happen because
Yes.
we wouldn't be here otherwise. We wouldn't be able to keep the lights on because YesPF charges a lot. Speaking of YesPF,
I was going to say,
sponsors of that Patreon segment,
thank you.
also why the lights keep staying on.
I was going to say, I don't think I paid the power bill.
I think Fusion
What's
Networks
he
got some
actually
of that.
offered us so far?
Yeah, I don't know. Ideas.
No, because he was the sponsor of this
Yeah.
Patreon version when we were recording out of my house and Morgan's house.
Mm.
And he didn't come to the table with 2 bits of stuff all then.
Mm. I don't think he even is a
Yeah,
patron.
what's he even bringing to this
Can we
pod?
check the bank statement and just
Yeah,
see if there's been any deposits?
Nothing.
All right, Trent, it's on you. Ball's in your court.
We need something.
While you're there, while you're watching us on this beautiful YouTube channel and also listening to us on Spotify and Apple, what's it called? Apple Podcast still?
It's just called Apple Podcast, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or whatever other
Are we
podcasts.
on
host-
Listener?
No.
No, we're not, unfortunately.
Should we get on Listener?
Listener is a proprietary
That'd be nice.
Channel 9 owned.
Oh, it'd be nice if we were
Southern
on
Cross
Listener.
Australia, I think.
Yeah,
SCA.
maybe Southern Cross owns.
Have we got
Listener.
any Austereo workers that can get us? Hey, Archie, any chance of a listenership?
Can we get on listener?
I'm not sure they're even on Listener.
No, they're on iHeart.
iHeartRadio?
That's the
I-
other position.
I love iHeartRadio. Best app.
Send us. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and then hit the little bell to get notified. Pretty sure that's how it goes.
It's for Bell on
No, the
Spotify.
likes are over here. The likes are over here.
Yeah.
The little thumbs up. Subscribe's over here. And I think the little bell's next to subscribe.
I think the bell's up the top corner.
Is it?
Yeah, top right. Pretty sure it's
It
top
might
right.
be there.
Yeah, right.
Pretty sure it's right there. Hit that bell.
He's
But
He's a dingbat. That's what he is.
Yeah,
It is
I'll
a
give
big
you a little banner, just 2 arrows pointing at you, just saying wankers.
Accurate.
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 It's pretty obvious. You don't need to point it out.
Hey,
hey,
what-
G Bill, we're on the Spotify
While we're talking
version.
about panicans, we got the hats.
Yeah, yeah.
Because this is a fancy looking
This
one
one.
over here. This
We've got-
looks fresh.
This is an alternate version.
It looks very fresh.
This is an alternate
This
version.
was the prototype, and its quality is not as good as the one Rob is
I
sporting.
see the difference.
It's nowhere near as good. This thing will last forever.
Yeah, you're right. You've hit the
Absolutely
reserves.
forever. And it's comfy, and it's especially in this weather.
Oh, it keeps your head warm.
Keeps your head nice and warm. Having said that, I've worn this in the middle of the day with the sun beating down on me. Not so bad.
I was at the Townsville races on the weekend,
Yes, that's where I've worn it. In
and
the
I was
sun.
wearing a navy blue suit.
Oh God.
Guess which headwear accompanied it?
A little bit of
That's enough red wine
yeah,
for
yeah.
you anyway.
You're a good
millinery.
But the colour of the hat matched me suit.
Yeah.
Meant
Oh, that's
wore
fancy.
me Peaky Blinder all day long. Even people go,
Did you go fashions on the field?
I would have won.
Should have.
Oakley sunglasses.
And there was no fighting
flat
anywhere
cap.
near.
No fighting.
Nowhere near.
I even mentioned that to about 30 people. They said, I didn't realise you wearing that Peaky Blind. He said, yeah, no fighting.
Speakpipe.com/on the ranch. All one word. And you too can leave a message just like this.
Hey boys, it's the Pistol here. Look, bucket. What a shit show.
Oh,
but
geez.
I got a question for you. And hey, Pistol, I'm talking to you in the future now, so you might be able to answer this. If you shout someone a double whiskey on the rocks and they don't drink it because they're a pussy, then wouldn't that mean that they should shout you back a double whiskey? I reckon so. What do you reckon? Yeah, I'll talk to you soon about that one. Bit dejected. Molly's is good, but when you don't get your whiskey shouted back and it was a double on the rocks, like, come on, fair dinkum. This is just a travesty of offence. Hooroo.
Now, you two could leave a message like that.
I kind of know why I was pretty dusty Saturday morning.
Great
all of a
question.
sudden.
Great question.
I wonder why.
Do you want to name names of who's not giving you shouts?
No names will
No
be
names?
no
Okay.
names will be mentioned. But that's a good thing, like a double whiskey, and you don't get one shouted back. Like, come on, come on.
You can tell us after the show.
Yeah,
But-
that's an offline.
But
thing.
how
Who dogged
But
you?
how good is a double whiskey?
Yeah.
What sort of whiskey? What were we talking about?
Jameson, of course.
Oh, very nice drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
I've been really hooking the Jameson on an IV drip to my veins lately.
Central line.
It is
Yeah.
a fantastic drop.
It is very nice.
And you can just sip on it too. And you get a couple of little rocks in
That's
there.
the whole idea.
Well, yeah, but also if you don't want to burn your kidney and liver instantly,
Right.
dilute it with a bit of Pepsi Max or Coke Zero. Dry, whatever your flavour is.
Dry.
It,
Scotch and dry for me. Or whiskey and dry.
but straight and neat is good. Mixed with something doesn't take away its form. It's pretty damn good.
We do have another speak pipe from Dan. Or I think it's actually Danny.
Danny.
And they forgot the Y. 'Cause, who knows what happened on that Friday night?
There's a little bit of work to
Whoop, actually, that's we'll start that one from scratch.
do. Our polish wasn't.
No, it doesn't want to play at all. Not properly. Here we go.
Hello, my friends. It's Denny Archer here again from the Bay of Plenty on Joburg. Listen, that was a very hard watch tonight. I think the boys played actually, they were the better team for the best part of 60 minutes tonight. We just couldn't get the polish, like having a tried score against us on the brink of halftime, having another one scored against us after halftime, of just fundamental mistakes. Like Grinky should have gone in. He should have scored. It should have been 12-10 at halftime, We got a lot of promise there. There's a little bit of work to do. Our polish wasn't the greatest. Like that could have easily also been something like 24-6 at halftime to the Cowboys as well. So let's not get too upbeat about this. Let's not get too upset. The sun still shines in the morning, all right, boys. We'll be watching closely. We'll be watching very, very patiently as well. We go into a bit of an origin period right now where anything can happen. I honestly think Tom Dearden, after his performance tonight against a full-strength Storm outfit, if he is not the 7 for the Malones, then I don't know who is.
And thankfully, it cut you off at 90 seconds. So
Yeah.
Thank God.
that's a shock.
Cut me off. I'm a massive fan of
You mean
Danny
Danny?
Archer's rolling on his South African
Very
accent.
impressive.
Very
Very impressive.
Especially, sounds like he would have had about 3 double whiskeys
Where
and
do you
maybe
reckon-
6 pints of Guinness.
Where do you reckon Danny's from?
At least.
Oh, he's from Rhodesia, my friend.
Rhodesia. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sol is red there.
Whereabouts is Rhodesia? Is that on the plains?
Rhodesia is currently known as Zimbabwe.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Anyway, SpeakPipe is easy to use on your phone, so easy that it can be late on a Saturday night after many pints
That was
and
on
some
Friday night.
double whiskies Friday night.
Still be figured out.
It doesn't matter what
Sounds
night.
like it was called in after the game, to be honest. So
Yeah.
I don't know where Danny was. I know where Pistol was on that first one.
Do you though?
Yeah.
Do you remember? No.
You got to say it like Flame Trees with Cold Chisel.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Okay.
And then ask the question.
Cowboys have unveiled their 30-year team at the anniversary gala at QCB Stadium just the other night. And the 30-year team, there's a team every 5 to 10 years.
I think it's, is it every 5 or is it every 10?
There was definitely a 10
They
and
had
20.
Team of the Decade.
But I'm pretty sure there was a 15 and a 25 as well.
Interesting.
I'm sure I went looking at who previous.
Who was coach of the 30-year team?
Oh, well, it doesn't mention it on the actual Cowboys page.
Who would you have as coach as a 30-year team?
Coach of the 30-year team, you'd be hard-pressed to go past Greeny, wouldn't you?
I thought so, but I'm actually going with Graham Murray.
Yeah, Muzz. Or
Muzz laid the platform
He
so
did.
that the rest could follow.
yeah. No, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
So Matty
The
Bowen,
late, great Graham Murray too, mind you.
Matty Bowen in
Respect.
fullback, Kyle Felt, Paul Bowman, Kane Linnett at centre, Matt Singh, and I'm not so sure I agree with that Kane Linnett one.
Who?
That's
I had a
debatable.
I had to look at other centres, and I just
Willie
couldn't-
Tonga?
Yeah,
Old fumble
Brent
hands.
Tate?
Brent Tate is up there.
Tatey only had a couple of seasons with us, though.
Still.
Linnett was, other than dropping the ball off a Thurston pass at the 60th minute and 32 seconds.
Don't
in
remember
the
that.
2015
Don't
grand
remember that
final.
at all.
So
But,
that
who
stands
would've-
out for me.
who would've
But it
thought?
wasn't the only time he dropped the ball. That's the thing. Like for me, Kane Linnett was never a standout. Whereas I think there are many other standout centres.
Yeah, I think you could probably do better.
Josh
than that.
Hannay?
He was good.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, he was good.
You're definitely in
When
the
you say
conversation.
many standout centres over Kane Linnett, Bowman and Felty and Bowen. Bowen, yeah. I am a Cootie fan, but Bowen is definitely the custodian.
Yeah, yeah.
Felty, yeah.
Felty
yeah.
on the wing, yeah. Matt
100.
Singh. Matt Singh.
Bowman, yeah. Linnett, I'm not upset about it. When you think of centres,
I'm not saying I'm upset. I think there's plenty others I would personally.
such as though
We've
like-
already mentioned them.
Hannay, Tatey, and Tonga.
Yeah,
I think Linnett.
you could
Tatey
almost
was fantastic, don't get me wrong, but Tatey didn't spend as much time here.
you
as
could
Linnett
almost
did.
have Val Holmes there.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
that's
interesting.
that's
Oh, that's a good
interesting.
shout.
That's a shout.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Like, I mean, I know we didn't win anything in the time that he played with us,
That is a
But-
shout, though.
but in terms of ability, he's possibly one of the best centres we've.
Ball catching ability.
Yeah, towards the end of when he was here, yes. And still, if you catch the occasional Dragons game.
What about a 1995 David Bouvang?
Yeah, totally. Certainly up there. Michael Morgan at 5'8", Jonathan Thurston at halfback. Hard to argue with those.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Morgan,
I don't know.
Seeing some Morgan highlights recently.
I
God, he
could've-
was good.
he did a lot.
I
That
could have had
Phil
Morgan.
Field one?
Could have had Morgan at half and Robert Louis at 6.
Yeah, totally. Matt Scott at prop. I think that's pretty. That's
God damn it!
pretty much up there. Aaron Payne at hooker. James Tamu at prop.
I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
he had 2 Australian props. We dominated.
Yeah, true. Luke O'Donnell and Gavin Cooper, second rows.
Yeah, I was surprised when I saw LOD, but not at the same time. I'd actually make a play for Tarek Sims as second row.
That was my thought too, Tarek.
Mm.
And then Jason Tamalalo. I'd almost even mention possibly Ethan Lowe
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
in second row. And then Jason Tamalalo, the other lock, obviously, or the lock, because
Do you
it's a bit hard to
think?
go past that.
Do you think Aaron Payne at hooker was good or great? Sorry, he was great because David Faumu would come on and
100%.
like that rotation.
Yeah.
Payne and Faumu, like it was almost like Granville and no, it wasn't. Not Granville and Seguiaro. It was Payne and Seguiaro. Like when Faumu left, Payne stayed on.
Yep.
And Seguiaro would come on and do that. And then it was a Granville and then cost Jason would do it. Now we just have Robson.
Granville cost Jason I reckon that was a
That
brilliant.
was-
That was a good combination.
Rory cost Jason does not get the accolades he deserves
No.
in his NRL career.
No.
And I will not be convinced
No,
otherwise.
I agree.
What about Winterstein?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Played over 300 games for us.
he
Chuck him in
didn't.
centre.
No, he
What
didn't.
about Julian?
I
Justin
think he did.
O'Neill.
That's a good one too.
Do you know what the opposite of Winterstein is?
Summer Cup.
Summer pints.
Summer.
Well, pint is not the opposite of a stone.
All right, summer pots.
Summer pots.
Um,
Antonio Summer pots.
so that's the
Oh,
2015.
he's on the
team.
14.
No,
Yeah,
so
James.
this
Oh, there we go.
no, so this is the 2015 grand final team. I'm just comparing it to the
okay.
to the 30-year team.
Yeah,
and
right.
There's a lot different in it.
Yeah, I forgot about Juzzy O'Neill. Like as a centre, like he was pretty
Yeah,
damn
there you go.
good.
There's my boy Winterstein.
It's understated, I would say. You forget like Scott Bolton, John Asiata, and Ben Hannon.
Hannon's good.
These were the 2015
Yeah.
team. However, having said that,
Yeah, they didn't have the interchange. That's just the top.
there's
30.
no interchange in the 30-year
Yeah,
team.
yeah.
Well, the
But
30-year
There's no
team
bench.
should.
There's no bench.
Yeah, the 30-year team should at least have Jake Granville just on his
No,
own,
I'm
just as a utility for anything.
I
Yeah.
thought Granville
Yeah,
was on the
yeah.
bench in the 30-year team. I thought there was
No,
a
no,
bench.
they
there is
didn't have
there
a
is no bench.
No bench.
Oh, I'm shocked.
Still Thurston getting halfback over Nathan Phins.
How do you not have Granville on there? I would have squeezed Granville in there. That's an outrage.
You'd have him at 14. He's probably been our greatest he'd definitely be up there as one of our greatest 14s.
I'd chuck him in there. I'd dump someone else.
I think Morgan.
You can't dump who? You're not going to dump
Dump Leonard.
What?
Chuck in.
dump Leonard.
Dump Kane. Put in Granville. Job done.
Morgan definitely.
Sorry, Kane. Sorry, Kane.
Morgan definitely gets the 5'8".
Yeah.
Well, there's a little bit of doubt.
Is there?
You could
Who else do you have at 5'8"?
because there was a couple of halfbacks. Like Brett Furman was all right for us.
Yeah, but he didn't throw a cutout
Yeah, but he's
past the
not-
bloody Felty.
Like what I'm saying is that you could move Thurston to 6.
Flick.
That opens up you a 5'8". Halfback, sorry.
Yeah.
Like Fiend was actually not too bad.
No, he was.
Like, is a
I'm just
Morgan Thurston combination better than a Thurston Fiend or a Thurston Furman or a Thurston Dearden or a Thurston Duffy?
I'm still shocked there's no bench.
Thurston did and would have been unreal.
A Thurston Dearden would be pretty smack, eh? Like, you
Oh,
could,
yeah.
That'd be nuts.
well, either way, you could even put Dearden at 6 and Thurston 7 or switch it around.
Either way.
So there
Either
was
way.
now this is according to Wikipedia, so don't quote me, but there was a 10th anniversary team, a 20th anniversary team, and a 25th,
Yeah.
and now a 30th, obviously. But no 15th on here. I don't know if one did exist and it just didn't end up on.
No,
here.
I don't recall a 15th.
So-
It's even as props, like, I think in the 10-year one, Rahihi was there and also Glenn Morrison. Like, you could almost have Luke O'Donnell. Could you have Glenn Morrison there instead of LOD?
Well, in the 10th anniversary team was Kevin Campion,
Ah, yeah, yep.
There's
So-
also
but Morrison was lock
Yeah, yep.
in the 10-year team. So, and you had Ty Williams on the wing.
That's right. Yeah, Tybo.
Old Tybo,
I think if you
which
have,
I think was his better spot. I didn't
if
like
you
Ty
have
when
a
he went
look
to
at it,
fullback.
because I know Singy was on the 10-year team. Was Singy always been our winger on the teams in the 20 and 25?
In the 20th, he was number 5. In the 10th, he was number 5. On the 25th, he was number 5.
Yeah, Singy is... Singy,
Singy. I mean,
Singy's the only one that has stayed. Oh, no, Bowen as well.
And
I think
Bowen.
Bowen was 10-year.
yeah.
that's for fan voted one for 30-year team.
Fan voted is Matt Bowen, Kyle Felt, Paul Bowman in centre.
Yeah.
Brent Tate. Yeah, there you go. Brent Tate. Matt Singh, Michael Morgan, Jonathan Thurston, Matt Scott, Jake Granville at 9. Carl Webb.
Webby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Webby.
Carl Webb
RIP.
changed the way we played.
Indeed.
Yep.
Gavin Cooper, 11, Luke O'Donnell, Jason Taumalolo, and then Paney, Tamu, Cotter, and Rahihi off the bench.
Yeah.
No big
Which
Willie
is,
Mason. What do you reckon about Willie Mason?
big Willie
Will you put him in there somewhere?
Totally.
If he played more than one season, if he stayed up here for his 3-year contract, I've got to go blow my nose.
I'll tell you what,
Sure, that's what
Willie
you got.
Mason, he would have got be the number one votes have been at the clubs, I reckon, at the bank in the Mad Cow.
Absolutely. Yes.
I still remember seeing him to this day
I'll bet you did.
at Flinders, one of the clubs, and I've never seen anything like it.
No. I remember seeing Peter Parr at the clubs, and he thought I was John Asiata.
Yeah, it's a striking resemblance.
No, it was someone else. I can't remember who, but yeah, he was.
Having a good
He
night.
thought I was someone else. Let's just say that much.
Having a good night.
And he was not seeing just one of me.
Mm,
So anyway,
that's fair.
just gone Friday, the 6th of June, round 14 at Amy Park in Melbourne. The Storm hosted the Cowboys, and unfortunately, it was 6 tries to 3. Yeah, I'm a dead ringer for John Asiata.
That
aren't I?
is a bit of a lookalike, I must admit.
So 6 tries to the Storm, 3 tries to the Cowboys for Jackson Polo, Scotty Drinkwater, and Rob Darby, with just 1 from 3 conversions for us. 18-4 at half time. Not the best game that we've played. I don't think we were
Actually,
terrible.
Yeah, no, we played pretty good.
They were just better.
The Storm are just at
We-
the moment they're in form.
We were,
Of course, I think we played Jerome Hughes into form.
it was like the Broncos game in round 3. We were camped on the Storm line,
Mm.
didn't have the polish to get over that. Drinky sliced through, and you thought he scored, and he just gets tackled like half a mil from the line.
It's funny that you say polish because that's exactly what Danny Archer just before
Yeah,
said.
yeah, I know. And then Drinky almost scored. They challenged it. No, just lost the ball. Like, he scores that.
Yeah.
It's 12-10.
Mm.
Instead, they go up the other end of the field right on halftime.
Again, it's one of those things where we don't have the resilience to.
Yeah.
It's like we were so built up thinking that was a try,
Mm.
and then we were in shock for the next 2 minutes
Just deflated.
and couldn't defend.
Like, just having that try both sides of halftime, like 12-4, and then get in the arm wrestle, it would have been 12-14. Instead, it's even at 24-14 with 20 odd to go. We got points here. We can come.
Yeah.
How bad's goal kicking?
Yeah.
That should be 24-18. Like, those two that Drinky missed, and look, it's hard to kick goals. Like, is what it is. Like,
His kicking's getting
it's
shonky.
It's been a bit ordinary.
Yeah.
Like, if he nails those two, like the good goal kickers do,
Yep.
look at Cleary on the weekend for the Panthers. He nailed 3 from the sideline.
I've
Would
always
you-
said you got to go up in sixes.
Well, you took the words right out of it. You got to go. You got to go
Yeah.
up in 6. This in this kind of competition.
We could get
You've got to go
Papa
up in 6.
Lee in
But
to kick our goals.
But
Yeah,
that's
okay.
20. That's 24-18 with goal kicking with 20 to go. You're in the game.
And you have some momentum.
Muzz
We
should
lost
be
all our
kicking.
momentum.
Muzz didn't play. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
I honestly think the Cows were the better team for. I said 60, but if you said 50 odd minutes of the game, like
We just
that's
ran out of
more
puff
than
at the end.
half. Like, we were the better team.
Yeah, we got overrun at the end.
We
pretty badly.
just didn't capitalize. Whereas the Storm, they go up there and they camp on our line for
Mm.
30 seconds and they went over.
Yep. Yeah, our defense was a bit ragged. And
Yeah.
Jerome Hughes, like you said, you know, just snuck through. Like, just found all the gaps.
I think he would have snuck through almost any team, but the fact that we let them get to that point,
Yep.
we don't seem to be able to stop them. They can bend our line too easily. And, and it's not just the Storm. It's
I think that's most weeks.
But the Storm
Yeah.
didn't play better than us.
that's what I'm saying.
We played ourselves. We shot ourselves. Like, Jackson Paulo takes that kick on the 20 and he goes a bit forward and then passes it back in. No one's
Yeah.
expecting it. Storm pick it up and score a try.
Our defense has always been
If
dodgy.
that's the Storm that do that, it goes back to
Yeah.
a Storm player and it's
Yeah.
play on.
Our defense has always been dodgy. We rely on scoring more points to win. And if we don't score more points, then like we still let those same tries in.
You go back 2 or 3 years
Yeah.
when it was win the game in the first half, score the points in the second.
Yep.
Yeah.
We didn't let other teams score,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how we won.
Back in the
And
Gillett
that's
years.
why we did well.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm the other way. Yeah,
Win
at
the,
the
game
moment,
early,
we're
score the points late.
exactly
Yeah.
we're relying too much on scoring now
Yep.
and not defending.
Yeah, and you've not gone up in sixes and you're not scoring and you're done.
And we've gone back to the lack of resilience which we had the season before then,
Correct.
when Toddy got him running up the hill in the summer 6 times in the off season, and all of a sudden we came out and we had that edge to us, that resilience, and we weren't letting tries in. Or if there was an error, everyone got around them,
Yep.
built them back up, and set the defensive line. We were good. Whereas now that seems to just be completely gone.
Yeah, our defensive line is just gone.
There's too many missed tackles.
Yep.
So
And also, there's always a hole. Every single game, there's just some glaring huge hole that someone just waltzes in.
42 missed tackles to their 28.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, but they still had 28 missed tackles.
Yeah,
That's not Storm-like.
Yeah, true.
I know.
A double.
And that- some of
we
that-
were making good line breaks. Like
some of that-
we're starting to we're running our wings good,
Some-
and then not capitalising.
Some of that missed tackles is players like Harry Grant not getting a hand on Tom Dearden.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's all one or two players.
And he was good, Harry.
Probably his best game this year.
Yeah.
Where was that game one, Harry?
So Harry missed 5 tackles. Jerome Hughes missed 5.
But they're very active players too. So,
I know, but
so five's really good.
Harry Grant did make 39,
Yes, exactly.
right? So
What's
Yeah.
exciting is that Coates played well. This is from a Queensland point
Origin
of view.
point of view.
yeah.
Coates played pretty fucking
Yeah.
pretty damn good. Dearden was outstanding
Mm-hmm.
in number 7. Like Dearden was, in my opinion, better than Hughes
Great try.
on the night.
Well,
Grant played fantastic.
I think Dearden's about to get rewarded for that too.
Yeah, I think it's locked in, isn't it?
Yeah, it's locked in.
Yeah, DC you dropped.
Oh, I'm thinking, yeah, as number 7,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
captain.
Oh, I don't know about
I
captain.
don't know if he's
Nah.
going to be captain.
Do you reckon? Who? No, I don't think so. Who do you
Anyway,
reckon would
we'll
be?
come back to it.
But Cotter was tackling good. Cotter was there. Nanai has been beast mode for the last 5 weeks.
Oh, he had a fantastic breakdown to wing there, but he should have passed it.
yeah,
to,
should have.
to Labert.
He passed inside instead of outside.
Labert
yeah.
was there ready to
Yeah.
roll.
And he even looked.
Yeah.
I don't know whether his body contorted
what
where
happened
he
there.
couldn't go outside, but if he passes outside,
I reckon we're in.
it's 2 or none.
Yeah, for sure.
Bateman made 44 tackles.
Yeah, Bateman was a gun.
So
Can't play Origin though.
no, I know. I'm not saying from an Origin point of view. Just from our team, 44 tackles for Bateman. Like that's
And I know Scotty in the Patreon chat, shout out Grovesy. I know he's a big fan of Hesse. Hesse has played his best footy in the last 4 weeks that he has in the last 2 years. Well, obviously last year he sat out the whole year, but
yeah.
But Hess has just been an absolute beast.
Yep.
Like that's not bad.
Yeah. No, look, it's the 1%ers. I think
Yeah.
we're just not executing.
Like 38-14, if you were to watch the full game without knowing the score and you go, holy shit, Storm scored 38, Cowboys only
Yeah,
14.
it looks like we got trounced.
It looks like we got trounced, but really, like that's the way I saw it without being one-eyed. We lost by a try.
We were in it for a long time. Small
Very
mistakes
long
cost
time.
us, and then they put on a couple junky ones.
A
at the end.
try either side of half time when we should have scored. Like that's 12 points. That's 26, and we should have had a try on it. So
Yeah.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda.
should
Unfortunately.
Like
Yep.
I always say, your auntie had ball should be your uncle, but
3, 2, 1s for the game. Morgan, you have written the most words I've ever seen you write, so you can go first.
I don't know how well mine have aged, but nevertheless, we'll punch on. So 3 points on Dearden, couple notes, solid all around game, good attack passing, but no amazing moments that stand out, except for that beautiful pass at the start. Just solid everywhere. Origin, start a bound. 2, I've gone, and this is a bit I'm not sure about. Drinky, good attack, 2 line breaks, bad luck at the end of the game with a rebound off the kick. He was pretty unlucky there. And I'm going to ignore the drop at the half, which cost us a bit of momentum. Looking a bit shaky lately under the high ball, and his kick-in's not too good. 1 point, I got on my man Derby. Good bounce back, 2 line breaks, good meters. Honourable mentions, Hess and Paulo. Robbo, great pass backwards to Drinky. It was backwards.
Agreed.
Not a fan of a storm yellow numbers on the jersey still.
No, looks
Not
shit.
a big fan of that. Look shit. Why didn't Derby pass to Labert on the wing? What's up with that? And how often has someone gone to kick a bomb? Is a general question, by the way. And it's gone through the sticks and got a field goal instead.
Well, it can't.
Well, why can't it?
Because the ball's got to touch the ground first.
Yeah, field goals
Can't be a
field goals a
field
drop punt.
Yeah, but like, has that ever happened?
this isn't Gaelic
Because I was
football,
thinking
mate.
about that during the game. Because it almost happened.
Thurston.
Has it ever happened?
I think
That's my
in
In
question.
Gaelic
Thurston-
footy, it does.
I think Thurston once accidentally dropped it and made it look like a field goal attempt.
Yeah, right, okay.
Like he actually dropped it,
Yep.
but he swung his foot at it and actually connected.
And it worked.
And they went, And he just turned and went, that was a field goal attempt. And it was nowhere near. It was never going to happen.
And it went through?
No.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I don't think so.
No, I don't.
But I can recall something like that happening.
Because I was just wondering,
And we got away with it.
as a curiosity, has it ever happened? Because for some reason while
Well,
watching
no.
that game, I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
You can't kick a bomb and it goes through for a field goal.
No, but I know. But
Otherwise, you'd be bombing it at
They've-
they bomb at the sticks all the time now anyway.
yeah. But has anyone ever balls it up and that's happened?
No, I don't think so. Not
Yeah, okay,
like
all
that.
right.
There's been plenty of shanks.
Yeah, not quite a shank.
Much like Max Gorn in the game earlier tonight. But
That's true. It was a shank.
Yeah, pistol.
Yeah, I went 3 points with Dearden. He was. I don't think it matters which number he's got on the back of him because he's been playing like this for the last few years anyway. But that last 2 weeks with the number 7 on him, he was doing a lot against Manly. We didn't get the chocolates. And then against Storm last week, just that face ball was shades of prime Thurston. That's cutting out Parker, Inglis, and hitting Boyd on the corner and scoring for Queensland. Like that
Yes.
was just outstanding. And also trying to be everywhere. Like you said, we've got a lot of gaps in our defensive line. Geez, Dearden plays like Thurston and just covers. He just does not stop.
Puts his body in the way.
Every time. Like he is just an absolute freak of a bloke.
He's a little Jack Russell.
Yeah.
Never gives up.
No, with a border collie motor.
And he's got the hair like a little Jack Russell.
Yeah. It's like Tintin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went 2 points for Robson. I thought he was just a freak as well. Like he was running out of dummy half. It's a shame that we only have him for another,
6 months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
another season.
well, only the end of this year. So
Yep.
he'll still lift the trophy this year with us, don't get me wrong. Talked to him after the game, or not after the game, but in the Saturday night, I was ventured into the Ville after a dour race day.
Was
in
that
results.
the night you saw Danny?
No, that was the night before, actually. So it's been a bit of a big one for the pistol.
Price.
Talking to him about a few things, and say you got my 2 points as well because he's a good kid. One,
Hesse. You went Hesse.
Hess. I did go Hess, yeah. I want to change that and actually put McLean in. And no disrespect to the Hess.
Chunky.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know what's happened to me. Ever since we hit record, I got hay fever.
Yeah.
No disrespect. Actually, I'm going to stay with Hess.
You allergic to grapes at all?
Yeah, refined in a pulp. No, I'll stick my point with Hesse. He's been a gun for us, as I just mentioned before, but good carries, tackles. I do want to honor mention McLean. A couple
Jesus.
of grape juices here.
You've gone downhill.
Yeah, I've got. I can't talk
Call
at
an
the moment.
ambulance.
I'm about to blow my nose for the
Horror show.
18th time.
Yeah,
Or so.
all right. Leave the room this time.
McLean for honourable mentions. Yeah, just look at his stats there. 22 tackles, 100% efficiency. And it's shown that when he has gone off the field, we start going downhill.
That's true. That's accurate.
Yep.
You know,
Agreed.
I cannot wait for Tamalolo to come back. So you've got that rotation. I really can't wait for
I think we definitely need it in the middle
Yeah.
just for that punch.
We were killing it until Tamalolo went injured. What game did we lose? Was it the Warriors game in Magic Round? We've not been the same side since Tamalolo hasn't been in it. So
Yeah, you're right.
I'd pay that. I'm traditionally a little bit of a doubter on Tomalolo, particularly based on the money he's paid. But you do notice when he's not playing.
it's like Big Papa at the Raiders.
Yeah.
When he's there, like he just lifts.
The team definitely seems to find another gear.
I don't care what pay packet Tamalolo's on. Play him off the bench. Give him 30 minutes if that's all. He don't care because that's what Papali does, except this week he started yesterday. But Papa's been coming off the bench for the Raiders.
Big
And
Papa.
he only plays 20, 30 minutes, but just him being there,
Lifts the team.
oh, give me Tamalolo every day of the week.
You're going to be like Ricky Stewart crying on the sideline, Pete.
Oh, how good was
Almost.
that?
That was good.
I got a tear in my eye when Matt Nable was doing the pre-game pump up for
Yeah.
Papa. Oh,
He's
Nice.
good, Matt Nable.
and then he kicks the goal and Stewart's bloody in tears.
Yeah,
That's
that was nice.
rugby league is the winner.
That is true. I went 3 points for Tommy Dearden, 2 points for Reece Robson. Leave the room, my God. And
What a
then
schmozzle.
1 point for Jackson Palo.
Yeah, Jackson Parlow played good.
Yeah, he gets 1 point.
He's
from
been a
me.
good signing for us, I reckon.
Now, I wrote these in there and I wrote no notes and I forget why I wrote them in there, but basically you guys covered all of the reasons. So thanks for that. That's our 3-2-1s for the game against the Jesus Christ, you
Oh,
two.
right.
What is going on?
Is this bloody a Wuhan wet
We're
market or
having a
something?
wet market.
We are. This is
Open a window.
Who ate a
These
bat?
two. Oh,
Put the aircon on.
I'm going to have the next couple of days off
is.
now. That's a shame. NRL round 15. And it is going to be the Cowboys playing host in one of the best derbies, another derby, to the Dolphins. This Saturday, 14th at 7:35 p.m. QCB Stadium, right here in sunny Townsville.
What's the weather looking like? Maybe a nice little 12, 15 degree.
I don't know. It might warm up a little bit
7:35.
between here and there, but the Phins coming off a win, which was a thrashing of the Dragons, 56 points to 6. I don't know that anybody knew where that was coming from, but anyway, they're going to be up here for that. I haven't looked at how many Dolphins are playing Origin, so this could be an interesting week.
Spewing about that Dolphins game too against the Dragons.
What, do you have Dragons?
No, I had Dolphins, but I had a same game multi.
Oh, right. of
$10
course.
on, $2.5 win.
The weather is, at this point, predicted to be a minimum of 13. Well, that won't be till like 5 in the morning or something. So, but still, sunny and light winds.
I think it'll be easily less than 20.
It was bloody windy this morning, I'll say that much.
It's going to be a bloody pleasant day that day, I
It
reckon.
is bloody pleasant day, unfortunately, because we probably want a little bit squirrely for the Dolphins.
No, we want it hotter.
Hotter.
Oh, we don't play well in hot weather. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Sucks
Every
it out of
single
us.
time, we've used that as
Oh, Pete, get out.
I don't know what's happening.
Go and take
Get
five.
out. You are HIA.
What's the weather in Redcliffe doing right now?
Right now, right this moment. So we don't have the stat man this week, but the last two meetings, it's gone each way. 28-26, the Dolphins beat us on the 4th of May last year. But in March last year, we beat them 43-18. Dolphins are like that, though. They're so up and down.
Oh, God.
I don't know. I'm going to have to take 5.
I can't
Please,
perform in this kind of
Go.
condition.
It's fine. We'll handle it.
We got it. Don't
Get
worry.
out
We
here.
got it.
Get the hell
out.
out of here. Currently in Redcliffe, it is, 9 degrees.
That's chilly.
Is that now? Yeah, that's,
Yeah, that's
I mean,
now.
not right this very moment, but
A bit windy down there too. Westerly is 20 to 30k.
a bit windy.
That's decent. Decent wind.
It was windy here this morning. Very windy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Good offshore breeze.
When I got to work, it was cutting through the shed like a sheet of ice. It was
Yeah. It was blowy.
Didn't have my jumper on me on my way to work, but it was the first thing I picked up when I walked in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Was it a westerly or an easterly?
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
It would have been a southerly.
I reckon someone's picked up a flu from that wind this morning.
Yeah, I think you might have. Definitely something going on.
How are we doing,
Have a
Pistol?
look at it.
Oh, my Lord. You look like a picture of health.
Has there been cats in this room? Or
No,
something?
no, they haven't. That's the problem. So anyway, Saturday, 14th, 7:35 p.m. Cowboys versus Dolphins. We don't have the team list, so I don't know what it's going to look like because we're missing
Well, Dearden.
Dearden,
Nanai, Connor,
Nanai.
and Robson.
Cotter, and
Robbo.
Robson,
What do you think? Because last Origin we had the bye
yeah.
and players backed up. So no Dearden. Do you think Duffy gets 7?
Our guys back up well.
No, but this.
But
is,
that's going to be like next week, not this week.
yeah. But they're in camp now, so they're not playing this week.
Yeah,
right?
copy. Because we had the bye. So,
because we had the bye first game.
well, I think Clifford's been
Yeah, bring back Big Dog. Big
he's
Dog.
been 18-19.
Yeah,
So I think he just slots back
Clifford slots in.
Yeah,
the
bring
7.
back Clifford.
in. Yeah.
He's
Rob-
been hard done by, I reckon.
What about Robson?
I think Harrison Edwards will start,
That makes sense.
but it
I-
might be a rotation depending on who they have at 14.
Can we just get Clifford hooking role for a week?
Yeah, I
And
see that.
Duffy
I
7?
see that around, but I don't know. Maybe it just doesn't suit him.
No, Cotter. Where's Cotter usually play hook? Not hook. Block.
Lock. Yeah. So
Hopefully Tamalolo might come back and slot into the 13.
That'd be handy.
That'd be handy. No,
Don't read the
no
comments.
Nanai.
Mm.
No, no. Yeah.
So your second rows might be Bateman, Kai O'Donnell.
Is I have a feeling Kai O'Donnell's injured. I don't know why.
Bateman, Harrison, Edwards as second rowers.
It depends if Harrison Edwards starts at hooker.
Yeah, yeah. See,
Which he probably will.
yeah, but he'd be better suited in the back row.
What
for
about
us.
Braden Burns? He's
No,
good to
he's
go,
a
isn't he?
winger.
He's a wing centre.
We can't fit him in somewhere?
Bateman, McIntyre, second row.
Yeah, I could see that.
Duffy, 7. Clifford, 7, either or.
Yeah, I'd say it would be Clifford. Duffy,
You'd think.
unless you're going to play Clifford at 9. But again, I just haven't seen it.
Well, the thing is, they might use this as a time to experiment because it looks like they've decided Clifford's not the future of a team.
Yeah,
So you
Nor
may as
Duffy.
well play.
Nor Duffy.
Well, that's a good point. But you may as well play someone else and just see how you go.
but you've got young Purdue.
Yeah, now's your
playing
time.
6.
Now's your time.
Do you just go, hey, Purdy and Duff, you grew up as youngsters?
Back in, son.
Most people do.
Most
Let's
people do,
do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, but in same teams and stuff as youngsters because they're
Grew
the same age.
Grew
They've
up
got the
together.
combination together.
They do.
You just go, righto, let's go back to the well.
And that makes sense to me. I mean, what makes sense to me is Cliffo, but I don't think they're going to play him.
It's
Yeah, I
looking
don't
that
think they are either.
No, which is a shame. I'm a big Cliffo fan.
But
way. We'll find out by the time everyone will know by the time this podcast is out.
That's a good point.
That's the silly part.
yeah,
We're
but this is our good segment of
Yeah.
I'm not-
see if
this
we're
is our content,
let's
Rob.
just see if we're Rain Man or not.
One of us is
I'm
right.
saying Tamalolo's fit to go, and he
Yep.
slots into the 13 role.
I'm going to say no Cliffo, but he should be there.
Okay.
Kicks a good bomb, Cliffo.
I'm going to go Duffy 7 for Dearden, McIntyre 11 for Nanai, Tamalolo 13 for Cotter, Clifford 9 for Robson.
I'm going to say they're going to bring Burns in. I'm just going out there on the limb.
He might play 12.
Send him in. Chuck him in anywhere.
could play
Send him in.
12.
He's fully recovered. He's been killing it off in Q Cup, hasn't he?
He'd be all right.
I
I
think
don't
he's
know.
been doing pretty good.
Do you know he's a real estate agent as well?
Yeah, he is. Dan at McGrath.
Would you
Estate
drop
agents.
Jackson Paulo for Braden Burns?
No, I wouldn't, unfortunately.
Oh, tell you what would be handy if a young Muzz Talung was fit this weekend.
He can't be far off.
I thought he was
Yeah.
almost going to be all right for the Storm game, but he couldn't get reps.
Bit
That-
chilly down there, maybe. For
Imagine
him.
if we get Muzz Talung and Tamalolo back this
That would be
weekend.
handy.
That would not go astray.
That would be handy.
Wouldn't hurt. See, they've got to be close.
You could put a little parlay on that too, I
Yeah.
reckon.
Yeah, I'm going to go Muzz Talung in for Paulo.
Speaking of parlays, we have not considered this part, have we?
No.
There is no Pistols multi this week.
I just assume Pistols always got one ready to roll.
Well, why don't you go a spine multi?
The old
Because we
shotgun
don't
start.
know what the 1679 is going to be.
Yeah.
For the cows?
Yeah, just lock it in.
Or do we do a spine including dolphins as well?
No.
Just cows only?
Cows 1679. We don't know who it's going to be at this point.
All right, that's the multi this week.
As of recording.
Just let
As
it
of
run.
recording, yep. The multi this week will be 1679 cows.
Great idea. We got Drinky in there. The other three, we don't know. I mean,
We've got Drinky and
Purdue, Purdue more than likely.
Drinky and Purdy
Yeah.
Can we chuck Luke Littler in?
into
Luke Littler,
Chuck him in?
my boy.
Yeah, Luke Littler.
All right, chuck the
Chuck in
spine with Luke the Nuke.
Luke for Nuke.
What a great idea.
It's got Murray Sluggy coming back in at round 15. So,
Actually,
This is round 15.
yeah, I know.
I'm going to propose a bet that Pete is going to be calling sick tomorrow. Oh, so all right, we'll just have a little chat amongst ourselves, eh, Billy? Yeah, we're taking 5. Yeah, well, you've made the whole pod. You've infected the room. Everyone's sick now because of you.
I'm going strong.
Oh my god. Yeesh. I need to get some fresh air. I'm just getting some fresh air. Crack a window, someone.
All right. Tipping comp. Round 14. And it went well for some. In fact, it's still going according to my screen, because as we're recording. The Bulldogs Eels, has that finished yet? Should have finished by now, shouldn't it?
Yeah, surely.
Yeah.
You'd assume so.
It has. It has. That's okay.
Who won?
Bulldogs by a margin. So the leaderboard. Reggie Bacon has surged to the top, having used a joker, now on 76 points. Kirky is in second place, along with Cal and BJK numbers. They're on 74 points. Cal used a joker as well. Flops to 77, and Townsville Man are on 72 points. They're in fifth and sixth. In seventh, eighth, and ninth is Golden Point Sucks, Sweeney on the wing, and the Irk.
Oh.
And then we'll call it equal 10th. They're on 70 points. NB Sports Fan, Mr. T, and the Crazy One, and Sex McIntyre.
Oh.
Few jokers used here, so it's a little bit shaken up at the top there. Mr. T and Reggie Bacon tipped 7. A lot of people tipped 7 this week. Good on yous. Well done. Pistol Blazing 2 Guns, you've dropped to 15th.
I have. I only got 4, but people did put their jokers in, so we're just flushing out the jokers.
That's exactly right, and we're flushing them out. I'll scroll down and try to point a few out here. Catastrophe is in 23rd spot on 65 points. Connor Musa on 64 points in 26th. Is anyone a marine biologist? In 29th spot on 64 points. A lot of people on 64. A lot of the points are very close together. I'm trying to find us. Rob on the Ranch in 44th spot on 62 points. I'm equal with the Potato. That's a good or a bad thing. The Potato also on 62 points. I have to go to page 2. Have you dropped to page 2, Fusion Morgan?
Well, I got 6 out of 8.
He's always been a page 2. I'm surprised you're not
Page 2 boy.
page 3, boy.
I got 6 out of 8, and I didn't move a single place.
Where are you? What?
I'm
77.
77th, Fusion Morgan.
But look who's
59
above
points.
me.
Yeah.
Right above you, Cowboy Chicken
Cowboy Chicken.
has overtaken.
I know.
You come back a bit there.
What are they? 62.
They are on 59 points
59.
apiece.
But how do I get 6 out of 8 and don't go anywhere? Surely that's up a couple of
Because
spots,
you're
right?
rubbish.
Because some people are better.
Yeah.
I haven't used any jokers, by the way. So I want the true. Can we work out the true leader
No.
minus all the jokers that people
we
have put in?
can't. We got no idea.
That's what we need. We need a handicapped,
Yeah.
board.
But it's like the normal ladder. You get your buy rounds.
Yeah, what a mess.
Nobody knows.
Not a
on
fan.
the
You should put your joker in this week.
should.
Should.
Probably won't.
On
It'll
the
be beneficial if you do.
Yeah, totally. On the exclusive Patreon tipping competition, Pistol Blazing 2 Guns on 68 points, still hanging on to the lead.
Still there. Still
This is unusual.
In second place, having used a joker on 67 points, 1 point behind your Pistol.
I see.
Hawk for life.
Yeah, you got to see getting a 4 this week.
Yeah. Doesn't help you.
Titans stuffed me.
Yeah.
Cow stuffed
And
me.
we always hear about how people stuffing you. 66 points in third and
Tigers.
fourth, Cody O'Hara 7 and Valentine Fly Holmes. And then in fifth place, Catastrophe on 65 points as well. I'm ninth in that one. Who else have we got? Love Some Action Jackson is in 13th on that one. Cowboy Chicken in 14th. Fusion Morgan in 15th. And as we go down the thing, Magic Mike, Como 99, playing the tips. Como 99's down the order a little bit this year.
Yeah, right down.
Poor old Como's not having a good run. You can't squeeze more out of a glass bottle, Peter.
There's a couple of drops there.
Sure, that's how it works. nearly heard a glass just pop. So anyway, we go into round 14, and it's a little bit of a shorter round. No, we don't. We go into round 15. Nearly got that wrong.
Yeah, Master Lung's back.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So there are many buys this week. So the Broncos, the Raiders, the Storm, the Wars, the Eels, the Panthers, and the Tigers all sitting down this week. So definitely use a joker if you've got them.
I'm gonna.
If you've got a joker up your sleeve, I'd definitely.
Yeah, I'm
joker
playing
this
it.
week.
Thursday, 12th of June, 2025, 7:50 p.m. at PointsBet Stadium. The Sharks are $1.35 up against the Dragons at $3.20. And given what we saw on the weekend, I'm going to go the Sharks by 8. The Potato has tipped the Dragons. Peter.
Does this tipping comp go into finals?
Yes.
I've gone the Dragons by 14.
Ooh, okay. Bill.
Yeah, give me the Sharks by 12.
I like it. And Morgan.
I've got Sharks by 12 too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th. Unlucky
Yeah,
for
of course
some.
you do. Following me down the bloody ladder.
That's it.
8 p.m. Seabus. Oh, no. I'll change my tip now. Seabus Super Stadium. The Titans $3.40. Manly are $1.30. The Titans burnt me on the weekend just gone, having been flogged by the Broncos. And Manly are just, well, DC will be there, won't he?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Manly. And the Potato's gone Manly, Peter.
I'm actually going Titans. Like, I
Yep.
just
Please
love getting stuffed over by them.
Yep. It's working well. Bill.
Yeah, I'm going to Titans as well because I can't back Manly any week. They're like the Wars every other year. You back them and they lose. You don't back them, they win.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. And Morgan.
Yeah, Manly for me.
Ooh. Okay,
Yeah.
very good. Saturday the 14th at 5:30 p.m. McDonald Jones Stadium. The Knights are $2.55. The Roosters are $1.52. I hate it, but I got to go the Roosters. The Potato has gone the Knights. Peter.
The Knights off a great win against Manly last Thursday night. I'm going the Knights at McDonald Jones.
Ooh, okay.
My word.
Bill.
Yeah, I might back him in there.
Oh, a little mind changer.
Yeah, well, why not? I'm not trying to win nothing. So.
And Morgan. This time.
Yeah, I'm going to go the Roosters.
Ooh, you don't sound very confident of that.
I'm not
at
really, but we'll lock them in.
All right, we go up the coast to Queensland Country Bank Stadium, 7:35 p.m. It is the Cowboys showing $2.60 up against the Dolphins at $1.50. I'm going to go the Cowboys on this one. I think a little bit of fresh blood in those halves is going to mix it up a little bit. Nothing against Deard not being there for obvious reasons, but that's where I've got a stupid theory. The Potatoes gone the Cowboys. Peter.
Look, I've always said this. No hammer, no Dolphins.
Bill?
Give me the Cows.
Yeah, well, as if you were going otherwise.
Yeah, I'll be going Phins down, Cowboys all the way.
Ben's down.
And just on that game, 7:35 Queensland Country Bank Stadium. If you want to get down to Molly Malones and split a G from 3 p.m., split a G at 3. Ha
Aha.
By all means.
By all means. Morgan.
Hey, what if I'm drinking beers at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? I'm not making a 7:35 game on Saturday night.
Really?
I will go, since we're going to have Muztalong and Tamalalo back, I'm going North Queensland in this one.
I like your thinking. Saturday, 15th of June, it finishes up this round at 4:05 p.m. Accor Stadium. The Rabbits are $2.95 and the Bulldogs are $1.40. I'm going the Dogs. The Potato has picked the Dogs. Peter?
I think I went the Dogs. Hang on. Let me
Oh,
just
come on,
check.
slow
No,
down.
no one Pistol has gone
Hey.
to Myrtle and Cardinal.
No, I don't think he has. I don't think he has.
Look,
Just
Mr. Don't
bear
Go over
with
favourites,
me.
You're up near the
Pistol.
top of the table. Don't let us down.
Yeah, I've gone Doggies.
Oh, good on you. Yeah, finally got there, Bill.
Yeah, give us the Dogs. The Dogs eat a rabbit every day of the week.
Yes, they do. And Morgan.
Yeah, I've gone the Doggies for this one. My number one team.
Oh, very short round this week. Just a handful of games. I don't know what I'm going to watch. I don't like that there was a Monday night game. I got lost on Saturday. Because you normally have 3 games, you only had 2. Didn't like it.
I'm
Didn't like
not really into a Monday night game, but I do like a Thursday night game.
it. Yeah. Yeah,
I
because
have to
it
agree.
starts off your weekend.
Yeah, it's nice.
Especially if you work 4 days and you got every Friday off.
That's true. what a nice setup that is.
Oh, bloody fucking darn.
Oh, I do my 40 hours in 4 days. What are you doing?
Okay, fair. All right, fine. Good on you. All right, well, that is our normal show. What we've got this week, it's the start of a new segment that we're throwing in here. We're shoving it down the end here just to see how our engagement goes. But we're calling this one at the moment, we're calling it What's the Go?
What's the go?
And this is, not strictly football related. It could be anything, but what's going on in the world? So what's going on? Maybe we'll call it What's Going On.
What's going on? What's going on?
What's going?
What's going on?
A couple of suggestions here. I don't know if we need to touch it. If we got to. Did you put these in?
No, I don't know what you're on about.
No idea. So Elon Musk and Trump's breakup featuring the Epstein files.
That is a corker. That's a corker.
I want to hear Morgie's side on this one.
Oh, I mean, it's just a disaster for everything. I mean, the whole place is crumbling. I used to think Musk was a really smart man, but the more I see him, the more I think he's a bit of an idiot who just bought the companies and then basically took them over and made it sound like he developed them, which he kind of didn't. He took over a few companies, didn't really start them. Yeah, he's done well with like making them successful, but I don't know. The whole thing's falling apart. You see, they're trying to deport him now.
Really?
Yeah, they're trying to deport him back
Send
to
him back
South
to South
Africa.
Africa?
Yeah, back to Rhodesia.
Danny Archer's.
Yeah,
Oh.
back to Rhodesia.
Shit, eh?
So no, it's a disaster. It's an absolute disaster.
You know what I think this is? Performance art.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it's possibly been that since the beginning. It's just performance and distraction from what's really going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of problems.
That's been the case the whole time.
that aren't being
Yeah.
talked about because too busy talking
100
about
years.
Trump's breakup.
Well, you talk about this, and yeah, all governments do it in every location. Australia is no exception.
Definitely.
Where something like this is put out as the big story, well, what's really going on is they're doing their shady deals in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Trump and Musk are best friends still.
You reckon they're still besties?
Yeah.
I don't know about
I don't think
I don't know
so.
about besties, but I don't know if they were ever besties.
This is WWE theatre at the highest order.
Oh, so is Musk
This
on
is
heel?
a script. This is script play 101.
I think
I'll
it's-
tell you what.
part of me thinks this script. The other part of me is where you're saying Elon's not that smart.
Nah, Muskie's a genius.
You imagine
I don't
Trump
think he is.
and Musk
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
I tell you, who's not a
Oh,
genius.
Musk would
The other one in
destroy
that
him.
relationship.
Musk isn't 70 years old, so that's
I'm picking Musk in that.
Yeah, but if you see
Yeah.
Musk with no shirt,
but he's still
He'd get on the gear.
he'd be hitting up James Magnuson for his protocol.
oh jeez.
Get
Now,
on the protocols.
that's another one that's getting around in the world, and I'm all for it, to be honest. All
What,
these
the
the
enhanced
enhanced
games.
enhanced, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm actually am, to be honest. I
Oh,
think
look.
it's
Just push it as far as I go, and if you start dying off, that's your problem.
no, but it's things are done for science. Like you and me both stand our own different courses. Like I never bought into COVID, I never bought into this vaccinations or anything like that.
Says the guy with the leaky nose.
But with what Magnuson's doing,
Pretty sure I saw you with a COVID certificate at one point.
yeah, it was one of those fake ones. Got let in anywhere, no jabs required. But what Magnuson's doing and what the enhanced game does is it's all a scientific controlled. Like we know that this drug or this does this or whatever. It's just illegal in the Olympics. It's
Yeah.
you can't have that in the Olympics.
You're not supposed to be enhanced in it. It's meant to be how far you can push it without.
But that drug helps with cartilage damage and other things else that helps the human body to prolong.
Can do.
So that's where I think
The problem
It's
is
not
it-
so,
the
just
problem is
status
it-
recovery as well.
If you
yeah,
open it
and
up
with recovery, yeah.
if you open it up in things like the Olympics, it can be abused. And
Yeah,
it
but
would
it's
be.
but that's the thing. It's not.
It's a
And
different
this is-
thing altogether.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's where everyone's
In
going,
this one,
oh,
no.
think of the children, think of this and that. This is completely two different sports. It's completely.
Yeah, but no one's saying the same, are they? Like, I
Oh,
don't
there's
know.
plenty
I-
of people who are.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
There's a lot out
But
there going, how
morons.
dare you? What do you, mate? No,
Just 50% of the population is below average intelligence.
Oh,
Yeah, when I did my
unders.
Unders.
when I did my IQ score thing, it was just like you're in like the top 10% of the population. I went, wow, that's not saying a lot for the rest of them.
Oh, you just have to drive across Townsville and you work that out pretty quick.
Oh, I get so frustrated driving.
Oh,
It
yeah.
drives me so
Always red
absolutely
arrows.
mental.
Always red arrows.
It's not even red arrows that bug me. It's the drivers.
Yeah, I've had them too.
It's the
mostly red
drivers.
arrows.
You know what shits me with drivers in Townsville? When it starts having the tiniest 15th chance of drizzle rain,
Oh my god.
let's all drive 20 k's an hour in a 60 zone.
Yeah.
Like, are you shitting me?
Yeah. And then you'll have one that's doing 20 k's over,
Yeah.
which is usually a tradie.
Yeah, in a
Like-
like a Ford Ranger or a Mazda BT50.
Yeah.
Actually, probably a
Usually a
BT50.
With one of those
50.
big metal
Yeah.
toolboxes on
yeah,
the
like
back.
big
usually.
big single cab
ladders.
thing.
Yeah.
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 And an
Going
orange
down a
sticker on
Numa
it.
school.
What?
If they're in a
10
200
past 8 in the
gram,
morning.
if they're in a 200k Ram, they're probably a Sparky. I'll tell you what shoots me, and I think about putting this up on Facebook every single day, right? Because it is really grinding my gears.
Oh,
How
what grinds my
every
gears?
person in a bloody patrol or a cruiser, right, thinks
Why?
it's awesome to have the blackest, dirtiest, sooty exhaust,
Oh,
right? And you got to
yeah.
sit behind them, and there's this black shit just pouring over your car. It pisses me off so
Get
much.
some wind
I'm going to start
Spitfire.
reporting them to the bloody Department of Transport.
That's diesel, you know.
It is. It shits me to
Yeah, but
tears.
get
It does.
some engine cleaner, like Wind Spitfire. Get it in there.
I think there's people who deliberately do it because they think it's cool.
Do you want to know what it is?
It's fucking annoying. That's what it is.
Yeah, so it's overfueling.
Yeah.
So to get more power out of a diesel, you just jam more fuel into it. Like
Yeah,
it's-
and you're covering my car in black crap, and it's coming into my air conditioning. I'm not about
Well,
it.
you're a bloody aircon BMW with $20,000
Not about it.
headlights.
Not
Do you
about it.
siphon the
Can't.
fresh air into aircon? You don't recycle.
No,
your
I
own
always have
farts.
recycle, but I hate it when you're stuck behind some patrol and it's just spewing out black crap, and you know the driver has done it on purpose, or they just haven't looked after their car.
Yeah, I hate patrols.
I
as well.
think it's the latter. I think it's their maintenance.
Anyway,
issue.
that gets my goats. It really does.
Well, it's either lack of maintenance or high performance.
Or trying to be high performance.
I don't think
Well,
you can
there's
do
a
high
lot- there's a
performance
lot of
and
noise.
diesel in
Oh,
one.
fucking
I drive a BMW. And your diesel's not high performance.
At least my exhaust is clean.
I can drive up.
Kid's got a point.
I can drive anywhere I want though. I can
that's fine.
drive my Land Cruiser over the top of your BMW.
You can.
It also has a point.
Let's do it.
I can drive lots of places I'm not meant to be, and no one says anything.
If we can work out the insurance there, can we do that?
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah, and we'll film it. It's good content.
That is
Yeah,
content.
content's king.
Do it for
But no,
content.
it honestly, it does bug me. And I know that's probably a
No,
really wussy thing
I
to say, but
totally
it bugs
agree
me.
with you though, because I've got a motorbike license. So
Yeah.
I don't ride a motorbike anymore, but
Yeah.
it was that and people throwing darts out the window.
Yeah.
It was stinky diesel cars that just
Yep.
filling your helmet up with that. And then
Yep.
so when someone ashes out the window and you get ash in your helmet, yeah.
You know what shits me more as well? Littering. Yes.
Oh, littering
Like
is
just littering in general. Like everyone knows here that I like having a beer or whatever. And if I have a roadie
Really?
walk into a pub or whatever, I make sure I carry that empty with me until I find a bin.
I'll give you that. I have seen you carry empties for quite a distance.
And I've seen people throw it on the ground and I make them pick it up
Yeah.
until we get to a bin. Oh, what's the matter? Pick that fucking thing up. We're going to a bin. Somewhere along the way, there'll be a wheelie bin or a bin of some sort.
The same people that litter are the same people that complain that the council aren't cleaning up.
Yeah. But
Yep.
people smoking and then just have a
You
drop
heard
and
me.
then just butt it away like, nah, mate, no. You chose this life of smoking. And I know you do it, Bill, but carry a little film canister. Now, for those millennials that don't know what a film canister is, look up Kodak circa
Think we
1980.
used to
and
carry
on.
something else in the film canisters, Pete.
Yeah, well, this one could just be a little film canister, a little bit of sand on the bottom, and just butt your shit out. You want to smoke, walk with it.
They still put
Either
ashtrays
carry
in new cars.
carry your butt
Make
with
merch.
you until you find a bin, or
On the
butt
ranch
it
merch.
out on you. Shits me to no end when people just butt out into the street.
yeah. I've definitely put it through the washing machine because I put them in my pocket or in my car. In my car, I've just got a 600 ml bottle, like plastic bottle that you just.
So you do the right thing.
Yeah.
You're doing the right thing.
and if
but
I
you
see
as
other
a
people,
smoker, there's about a billion other smokers that don't do that.
oh, I'm very well aware. I will get up other people, even if someone comes to my house and I'll watch them throw a butt in my yard, and I'll go straight up to them and say, "You're gonna go find that butt."
Yeah,
So, but your dog's torn shit all over. I don't care.
yeah,
My dog tore all that shit up all over my yard. You can go find the cigarette butt in the middle of it.
yeah, 100%.
But yeah, no, yeah, it's that's one.
Rub it out on the pavement and carry it with you until you find a bin. It's no different to having a roadie. Shit, when you see people throwing a Macca's packet out
Yeah.
the window, like, what the fuck are you doing?
Poor form.
I like the old videos of not even old on socials. They do the rounds where people used to pick up the rubbish and throw it back
Back
in the car.
That's
Yeah.
good, eh?
They were great. Some of them were
but,
a little performative, but that's fine.
I remember when I was going fishing a lot, and I'd go out with my mates, and I used to try and say to them, said, "How about," because we rock up to a fishing spot and there'd just be shit everywhere, and then you could no doubt find a plastic bag somewhere,
Yeah.
and then go pick up that rubbish bag or that bag full of rubbish, and I said, and my mates, some of them were saying, "Oh, what are you doing?" Like, I said, what if everybody did this?
Yeah, exactly.
What if everybody just picked up a bag full of rubbish? I mean, that was a punishment at school when you were just like, oh, you're on scab duty or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but realistically, if you want that place to look just as nice as you expect it to, I mean, like, you're not going to be able to account for every single person, but at least you can try. and you can try and push that message to amongst your friends and peers and whatnot, and just to say, hey, do you want this place to look good when your kids grow old and they want to come here as well and bring their kids here? Like, or do you just want to see a deserted wasteland of shit everywhere? Like it.
That's very much the theorem behind Tidy Up Townsville. And Dave Dudley, that's basically what he does, is tries to get that message out, because he picks up bags and bags and bags of rubbish.
Oh, he has that team of blokes who go out there with trailers and shit to go take whole dump, like, trailer loads out of places like the Bowley or even Mount Louisa. And
he's done all
That's all the
places up and
copper
down.
cookers out there too.
Yeah, that's
Like
the
all
latest
the
one.
plastic, yeah.
But even along the Strand, like I've walked that a couple of times in recent goes, and you're walking along and you see something on the side of the path, like 50, 60 metres ahead of you or whatever. 20 people have walked past that, can't be fucked. What are you doing? I'm picking this up because there's a bin literally 30 metres in front of me.
There's bins every 50,
100%.
50 to 100 metres.
Yeah,
or
there's
something.
no excuse down the
there
Strand.
is. No, and the Strand's usually clean, but you do see a bit of rubbish here or there. And look, it's not hard. If you've had to kick something or walk over, just pick the fucking thing up. But that's the Strand. It's usually clean. But how often do you?
yeah, well, I
you
could,
go
I could
for a walk in suburbia,
Oh,
and
it's everywhere.
there's just shit everywhere.
I could definitely add to that, where people don't cover their loads.
Oh,
Yeah.
As the way I go home from here, or even home from work, I'll head down the Bruce Highway on the way to the tip, and there's just
fucking
rubbish
shit
strewn
everywhere.
all over the road in between Idalia and the tip.
the motorway's horrific.
Oh, the motorway
it's
is disgusting. Yeah. Well, it's all the people dragging their shit in their trailers down the motorway.
Not my problem. I put a bit of Parramatta rope over it. Well, how about you tarp it as well?
Yep.
Or get one of those nets with the hooks.
Something.
That's what I use.
I mean, you can't capture. Well, you can, but I mean, you could be mistaken for a couple of little bits of greenery that flies out of the back of your net or whatever. Like
Huge cardboard boxes.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I don't
exactly.
mind if it's a bit of green waste that falls out of your trailer. I don't mind that, because at least it's going to biodegrade anyway.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah, but then you get packaging.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Or even
How hard was it to keep your foam packaging in cardboard box? Like, yeah.
Well, even there was a point, and I think it's been fixed a fair bit now, but you drive down Greg Jab's Drive out the back of the big retail store there, and there would just be cardboard and styrofoam and shit
Just
all over that paddock. And then there's a creek. There's a creek right behind there,
Yep.
which goes straight out to the ocean. Mind you, at the Bruce Highway heading out the other way, there's Stewart Creek to go straight under the river, the thing there too, and eat like all the way up to that bridge, and after it, it's just shit everywhere. Like, I know, you get me talking about rubbish, I'll fire up.
Oh man,
It's just rubbish.
It's a pet hate of mine as
You
well.
said it.
Like I said, I'm always carry your empties. If you're a smoker, change your way. Butt it out first. Take it with you.
Especially if you're vaping. Those little plastic things are bloody everywhere. And they've got a little battery in them and stuff.
I do like that second one too.
All right, just very quickly. Make the Strand licensed if you're not being a half-wit,
Yes.
Yeah.
allowing pop-up cocktail bars and creating a good vibe.
My bloody 60-plus-year-old parents can't go have a little wine on a Sunday night or something.
Yeah.
Well, like, they probably could, as long as you don't draw attention to yourself.
Not
Like,
legally.
I'm all for, like, you go for a walk along the street. Now, people can exercise and all that. Now, I'm not saying you're having a cart on one shoulder and a ghetto blaster on the other. But if you are not a half-wit, or if you can show, hey, I work for a living, or I'm a pensioner and I've contributed to society, I pay me taxes, I do this, I'm not trying to discriminate and mislead everyone. But if you're walking along and you've got a roadie on you and you're going from Rockpool to the Seaview or whatever, you're just having a roadie, you should not get fined.
The only
I
problem
agree.
with that is that there is a small element that ruins it for everybody else.
And that's the thing. That's what we allude
We're
to
such
again
a
with
nanny
rubbish
state.
and all that sort of stuff. But how cool would it be on the Strand if it was sort of like a mini Vietnam where you could have a little pop-up cocktail bar, like
It'd go off.
around shores. But if you're on the Strand and it's all plastic containers or whatever.
Overseas, you can do it. You can be in
Yeah.
Italy, Spain, America. You can walk
Yeah.
down the street with a nice little drink
Yeah,
in your hand
yeah,
and no one says
exactly.
anything.
Well, I'm thinking-
Exactly.
I didn't think you could in America. Oh, you can.
You can in
But
America. I've done it.
Some beaches, I think they're starting to pull it back. Because they used to be like they'd have big parties.
Oh,
and
they'd
that.
probably be worried about glass.
Yeah,
As
glass
soon,
might be an issue.
but along the Strand, there's
You
plenty
walk
of
down the
cameras
streets
and
of Rome.
everything. And if you decide to be a dick and just throw your rubbish instead of binning it, because as we alluded to, there's a bin every 20 seconds along the Strand. Like
20 seconds, you're running.
Not
Anyway,
as fast
carry
as
on.
me.
Either way.
Not as fast as me.
Yeah.
Righto, boom. We will now fine you for drinking in public from now on because you fucked up. You got one chance at it. Don't be a dick.
You've been to Japan, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my understanding, not been there, but you can drink in public, but it's very, very frowned upon.
No.
And it's a cultural thing to be drunk in public.
Yeah, right.
And I think you can actually be possibly arrested if you're drunk in public, but drinking in public is fine.
It's
So did you
fine.
say that's
Yeah.
Japan?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're drunk in public, and especially if you're a foreigner, if the coppers find you, they'll just pick you up and say, "Where do you live?" or "Where are you staying?" We'll just take you there, so you just
that's nice.
not an issue.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Like if
that's
you're-
like it sounds like a free
does that
time.
work?
Yeah,
Does that
it
work
sa-
here?
Sounds like if you're an Australian over there, that's your ride home every night.
Exactly.
Like if you're pissed or leaving Molly's at 3 a.m.
Yes, that's what I was going to
on the Strand at midday, you got an issue. But why can't you have a nice little, we've bought a nice bottle of wine down here. We've had a couple of
Get your
drinks.
fish and chips.
And we want to go for a stroll as well.
Yep.
I can't see the issue with that.
I completely agree. We have the biggest nanny state in the world up here. It is disgusting. We're meant to be like this hard country of like tough people, and we can't even have like a little bloody gentle rosé down on the Strand at a sunset.
I'm very.
Don't abuse it. Don't dick it. But
Yeah, it's disgusting.
surely you could have like a beer in your pocket or one in your hand, and you're walking along, and you go, "Yeah, we're having a little pub crawl because we decided we're going to leave Shore House and we'll walk to the Watermark, and then from the Watermark we're going to walk to
take a
the
traveller.
Mollies and you
Have a
take a
traveller.
traveller."
We're
Yeah.
the biggest bunch of wusses. We complain about everything.
I find this segment to be absolutely brilliant because the lefties are thinking we're a nanny state and the conservatives are looking after the environment. So it's we couldn't get more centre than what we are right now. Loving it. It's been fantastic. That's our new segment. I don't know what we're going to call it, but we'll run with it. It's a little bit of a taste of Patreon because this is the kind of shit we talk about. on
It's
Patreon
just
as well. So
a weekly gear grind or something.
I've got a
I
name
don't
for
know.
it. I've got a name
You
for
know
it.
what really grinds my gears?
Make Australia great again.
make Australia great. Yep, done. Let's do it.
Done.
Lock it in.
On the Ranch NQ on Instagram and Facebook. Find us all there. You can find me on Twitter and X and Blue Sky and Instagram on @XRBob. That guy is Pistol.
Yeah.
Sometimes he doesn't on the spot.
Sometimes
It's been a while. Morgan Holmes
there's
Evans.
been issues why.
Thanks, Adam.
Yeah, Morgan Holmes Evans does things for Fusion Networks.
Yep.
Billy looks after the video and likes, shares, and subscribes, and he puts the things when I point to him.
Thanks, Billy.
Probably not now, probably at the start of the video. And, and thanks very much for that. Follow our Facebook. Send us a message. Send us a speak pipe. Like, share, subscribe. Join the tipping comp.
Speak pipe us a topic for us to discuss in this
Jesus.
segment we just did.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Our new fantastic
A new segment.
that
And
everybody loves.
if you made it this far, you're a champion.
Absolutely. And you probably don't have COVID, unlike him.
Did you know Chris Gale's a champion?
Yeah, so is Monty. So is DJ Bravo. So is Mandela.
Up the Cowboys.
Up the cows.
Go
Beat the
Cowboys.
Phins.